Hey guys, what's up? My name is Eric and I'm the Techy Agent, and today we're taking a look at a wearable that's designed for boxers and MMA fighters. What some of my even most regular viewers may not know is that I had a very brief career as an MMA fighter. And so you'll see the long-haired hippie version of me fighting here in a couple of fights. I have had one loss and one victory, and then decided to retire immediately after that. So nothing pro level here, all of this just to say I know how to throw a slightly better than average punch. So I was really excited to get my hands on the PIQ Everlast boxing sensor. PIQ is known for making sports-based sensors, and what you basically get in the box is a hand wrap with a little module that attaches to that hand wrap, and then a charger for the actual module itself. So obviously inside of this module are all of the sensors that it will be using to record your punch. On one side is a button, on the other side you'll have a charging port, and then this just magnetically adheres to the charging base. The charging base is magnetic, and this just kind of snaps into place and charges. Now, since this isn't a wearable you're going to be wearing a lot, I'm assuming battery life on this is going to be pretty good. I did go ahead and plug it in, and it immediately was flashing green, indicating that it did have a full charge. You'll need to head over to the app market to download the corresponding app, which is called Everlast and PIQ. It is both iOS and Android compatible. Now, believe it or not, I did read the manual, and inside the manual it does have instructions on how to wear this wrap. It is not designed to replace a typical boxing or MMA style wrap. This is meant to be worn actually over top of a traditional boxing wrap, or even on the outside of a glove. So you'll see here you don't really get much wrist support, so do not rely on this to be your main and primary wrap. Now, obviously the box only comes included with one wrap, which you put on your dominant arm. So if you're southpaw, lefty, you're going to put this on your left arm. If you're a right-handed fighter, you're going to put this on your right arm. If you have two of these, you can obviously really get a lot more metrics, and I would actually say that the one thing that I've taken away from using this is that it would have been a lot more helpful for me to actually wear one on each arm, but alas, I only had one unit to review here, so we'll go ahead and take a look at what I was able to get from purchasing just one unit. So this does not have a built-in heart rate sensor or compatibility with any external sensors, and so it's not going to do a great job estimating your calories, even though the built-in accelerometer does provide you with a calorie burned estimate based on your punch data that it's recording. However, again, I would say not to rely on that since it doesn't have a built-in heart rate sensor. That data on the calories burned is probably going to be a little bit inaccurate. What this is valuable, or where this is valuable, is that it provides specific metrics about your punch that you're just simply not going to get with any other wearable. So let's talk about what those metrics are and how they compare maybe to professional level or average level fighters. So you'll have three different metrics that this is collecting: your speed of your punch, the G-forces of your punch, how hard you're hitting, and then the retraction, how fast you're pulling that punch back. And those three different metrics will give you a PIQ score, with a professional boxer hitting a PIQ score of about 10,000 on their hardest and heaviest hitting punches. In the dashboard of the app, you'll be able to enter what kind of different exercise you were doing, whether it's shadow boxing, bag training, mitt training, or sparring. Now, certain metrics are not going to be available for shadow training. So for example, if you're not hitting something solid, you're not going to get the G-forces to register. So shadow boxing won't include G-forces or measure that metric while you're doing that particular exercise. So I'll give you a glimpse of some of the metrics it collected for one of my workouts. It gave me a high PIQ score of 8,100, and that's shy of a professional boxer. Professional boxers and MMA fighters, again, are hitting that 10,000 point. Their punches are going to be 25 to 30 miles per hour, and they're going to be hitting with a lot more G-forces. But the average person off the street is going to be hitting a max PIQ score of maybe 4,000 to 5,000. Their punches are going to be maybe 15 miles per hour. So actually my score wasn't bad, it just wasn't pro level. Now, one of the cool things that this module does is that it can detect from the various kinds of punches that you're throwing, and I found it to be actually pretty accurate. And within that, you can even dive in further and look at within those punches your best few punches that it collected, and you can determine which of your punches tend to be the best, which are the fastest, which tend to be the most devastating. And the ability to review your punches and find out which of your punches tend to be the best will help you kind of focus on where you need to improve, but then also maybe which punches you want to be using in a particular fight because you know those are going to be your best tools. So at the time of this video, you can purchase this on Amazon for $99. I'm going to put a purchase link in the description below this video. I would recommend purchasing 2 if you're a serious boxer or MMA trainer. You would want to purchase 2. $200 is actually a pretty reasonable price to have sensors giving you this kind of information on your punches. It's pretty unique. It's something that nobody else is offering at this point. So I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Eric, and I'm the Techy Agent. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.